traditionally held at this time of the year. We use this occasion to give one of our very unique, some would say oddball awards. And it's an award to the Collectible Car of the Future. This is a car we think will be highly collectible at some point in the future, and Jack Harned, who is going to make the award, will tell you a little bit about the history of this award and what it signifies. So, Jack?
Thank you, Charlie. Well, the collectible car is something that we started several years ago, and it was really the brainchild of Mike Davis, who unfortunately Mike is not able to be with us tonight. And normally he's here to recount the history of how it came, and born out of the fact that the Chevrolet 57 Chevy became the most collectible car in the world. Mike is still convinced there was absolutely nothing special about that car, and he doesn't understand why in the world it became so collectible. But anyway, we decided that, well, here we are, we're an organization that celebrates cars and that celebrates the history of the automobile, so the collectible cars is very much a part of it. And Mike and I and others in this group, being old PR guys, we know that one of the ways that does get attention every year is the awards. This industry and most others are full of awards. There are so many awards that you can't count them all. So we said, why don't we have one? And since so many of our members are collectors, it makes sense that we would award for car collectors. So, well, what's new? Well, that's a good question. But today's cars might be collectible in the future. I mean, if we pick one, well, the car companies would be glad to get an award. They would help us publicize it. They would help us make the world know about the Automotive History Collection. So we've been doing this since back in the mid-90s. We did it for several years. We kind of fell off for a few years, but we revived it. And we've gone, I don't have the actual list with me. We went back to I think around 96, 97. We skipped to 2 or 3 years, and we've had one ever since. So now we have an election every year. All the members of the Friends of the NAHC get a ballot every year. So I think most of you here are in that and have voted. We decide, the hardest part is to decide what's a new car. So we decided we needed an independent source for that. We go to the Consumer Reports, which every year decides what are the new cars and lists them. So we take their list. Then our criteria was it's an American-built car. Well, since we have NAFTA, why that actually has to include Canada and Mexico, so it's a North American-built car. Now, then we have a lot of trucks and SUVs, so it's a vehicle, not just a car. Now we have we used to call them foreign cars, probably most of us still do. So many of them get built in North America, so they're eligible because they're North American built, because so many of the big 3 cars are not. So we take the Consumer Reports list, all those that are new North American, new cars, then we vet that list to decide which are actually built in North America. And that list we send out to all of our members. And this year the list had, anybody remember? Well, about 12. It's usually anywhere from 10 to 15. So we have about 12. You guys all vote. Patrice counts the votes, the most honest one we could find. And every year the amounts. So today I'm here to announce the 2012. Usually you already know because the car is in the sidewalk when you walk in. So maybe you were surprised tonight there was no car in the sidewalk. Well, for the first time, the winner was not from one of the Detroit 3. So this is a milestone in itself. The winner in the vote was The Tesla Model S, that was your vote of our umpteen cars, new North American built cars, 2012, will be collectible in the future. We used to say the criteria is what's going to turn eyes in the Woodward Cruise 25 years from now. Well, the Tesla not being a Detroit car, unfortunately I've been in touch with the Tesla people. They're not able to provide a car, or they're not able to, they're a California outfit. Couldn't send, they had no Detroit representation, so there's nobody here from Tesla to accept the award. So we're going to keep it to ourselves. Tesla is still a car, so that goes down in the history books as a collectible car for 2012.
Enjoy the food. We'll